I had the opportunity to meet Bobby Seale, who was Huey P. Newton's right-hand man in the Black Panther Party. Bobby Seale came to the institution of higher education that I attended, and he spoke. This was an event put together by the Black Student Organization, which already had its issues because of the differences amongst black people who attended the school. It always struck me very odd that even within that small group, there was a lot of jealousy, animosity. But at the same time, you gotta look at it like we were all growing up. We were all going through this period of time together where you're finding yourself and you're learning more about who you are. You're trying things out. You're still young. You've just coming out of your era of puberty, and you're moving into other spaces psychologically, and your hormones are raging, and your identity is just like So this is after the Million Man March. I was alive when the Million Man March took place. It felt like the campus was representative in a small way of what this nation was about. There was issues with the Black Student Organization over its leadership and what people were doing with the money, and whatever the case may be. But getting back to Bobby Seale, he said something that struck us. Listen, we, the Black Panther Party, fought for what you have. So we feel that our job is done. We've accomplished our goals. What? Some of the more righteous black folk were just like doing backflips. Like, what are you talking about? We're not done. We go to this institution for education that we feel is racist. And, we did get together and fight for diversity amongst the student body. And we fought for diversity amongst the curriculum. We fought for diversity amongst the staff. And as a result, I was a part of that as well. As a result, we got a dean of students of cultural affairs. That was basically faculty member being brought in after our demonstration. We did get some other students from Africa who, in Jamaica, who attended the school, crisscrossing the globe, which looks good. But Bobby Seale said this, and we were like spinning around, like, how could you say that? This is the reality that we're dealing with. Looking at documentaries on Fred Hampton and learning how certain factions were put in place to destroy the positivity that we were putting together, that was being put together to move forward, to advance the people as a whole. And then people were seen as, a menace to society because of their positive outlook and work. I just find that interesting to put it in the context of 1998, pre-new millennium, going to school in an environment where the people of color there are very small. It's a handful of us. But amongst ourselves, there was just so many different ways of finding yourself, really. I'm not even going to say being black, because what is that? I look at today and I'm saying, wow, we've come a long way. There's certain things that we don't say, that we don't do anymore. There's certain terminologies like African booty scratcher that's not used anymore. Haitian body odor, HBO, you got the HBO, that's not used anymore. So certain things like that just is no longer a thing where it used to be. And where it came from is like absolutely a part of self-degradation. Especially if you're not from New York, you don't know about that, that's fine. But that was some fighting words right there. You call me an Asian, that was a fighting word. You call me an African, what? That's fighting words. But look at the time. We've moved forward. There was a time where people would not want to go to Africa. They'd rather go to Italy. People of color would not want to go to Africa. They'd rather go to Italy because Africans were seen as barbaric, people of the wild. What do they eat? Just like uncivilized, areas where they will go savages, where they go and kill you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But 2019 going to 2020, It was like a mass exodus of people going out to Ghana to bring in the new year. And a lot of people who went there came back. They went there for the first time and came back saying, I want to live out there. Well, I'm not even sure what the count is for those events that were taking place for the New Year's, but it seemed like an exodus because it just shows me a progression in thinking and accepting self. You know, accepting your roots. So we're not there 100%, you know, but the fact that that took place and that certain terminologies are not used anymore, it just speaks back to, man, I get what Bobby Seale was saying better than I did before. I get what he said now better than I did before. It makes a lot more sense. We've made progress, you know, and I think that's worth mentioning. So, message.